So the locomotion and reproduction in protozoa, module 11 we are talking about now. Module 11, here in this module we learn about the myonemes, flagellar and ciliar movements. Myonemes, flagellar and ciliar movements. The contractile fibrils present below the pellicle in the ectoplasm are called as myonemes. The contractile fibrils present below the pellicle in the ectoplasm, we call them as myonemes. So where do you see these particular myonemes? In epicomplexans, we have a small spell mistake here. Epicomplexa. Okay, so in epicomplexans, we'll find this. Who is epicomplexans? I'll show you. Who is epicomplexan? In case of Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium you may know very well. That is having sporozoids. Plasmodium is having the major stages of Plasmodium are sporozoid, which show the locomotion. So in that sporozoids, you can see these contractile microtubules. These contractile microtubules are present. Then flagellates, in flagellates also, we call them as epicomplexans. Epicomplexa, the group epicomplexa. So that flagellates in ciliates also you can see the myonemes. Myonemes are present in ciliates also. So let us see the flagellar and ciliary movements. First of all, that movement of flagellum or cilium are commonly called as swimming locomotion. The movement of flagellum or cilium are commonly called as swimming locomotion. Okay. Next, either it is flagella or cilia, whatever that we say generally as a swimming locomotion. According to L.H. Hyman, that she said it the flagella and cilia as undulipodia. They said it as undulipodia, both flagella and cilia, by L.H. Hyman. Hyman called it as both flagella and cilia as undulipodia. So need to see the locomotion with flagella and cilia. So for that, what is required for us? Some knowledge of the transverse section of flagellum and cilium. Okay, transverse section of flagellum and cilium. So talking about the bending movement of flagellum is brought about by the sliding of microtubules past each other due to the functioning of dynamomes utilizing ATP. Okay, so first of all, let me remind you once, then after we'll discuss. Let me remind you, either flagella or cilia, that we discussed that 9 peripheral microtubular doublets are present and the 2 central singlets in the center. That way we said, did you remember that 9 peripheral microtubular doublets? And each doublet is called either A microtubule and B microtubule. In the transverse section, we are seeing the 2 microtubules, A microtubule and B microtubule. A microtubule is having dyninomes that we discussed in the previous classes. These are the dyninomes. And what we said about the dyninomes, they always towards the neighboring microtubular doublet. Which doublet? B. So this is B and this is A. This is B and this is A. This is B and this is A. So that means always with the dyninomes that can pick the neighboring microtubular doublet. Which doublet? B. And also we said inner fibrous sheath connected with the A microtubular doublet with the help of that radial spokes. Radial spokes are connecting them. So did you remember that? And if you see that microtubules in the longitudinal section, here there are 2 types of microtubules in the doublet. We say that is B and A. This is A. So this is microtubule B and this is A. So what do you find for that particular microtubules? Dyninomes along the length, the dyninomes, which are made of a special protein called dynein. Okay, so what we said, these dynein arms are going to pull the neighboring microtubular doublet. Which one? B. This is B here now, and this is A. So A and B. So this is the condition. So the dynamics are said to be, these are dynamics, the red one I am showing. Dynamics are called sites of ATPase enzyme activity. Dynamics are called sites of ATPase activity. ATPase is the enzyme. So what ATPase will do, will break the ATP into ADP plus phosphate ion. That means simply in general terms, we say this ATPase enzyme is going to generate the energy. Okay, so the dynamics will get the energy. Then after getting energy, what dynamics are doing? What the dynamics are doing? Just watch here in this diagram what they are doing. That each the neighboring, they are going to pull the neighboring microtubular doublet that you can see in the diagram. Just keep that in mind. There you can understand that that particular bending moment of flagellum or cilium. You see the diagram that this is B and this is A. So what they are doing? What they are doing? They are lifting each microtubular doublet, that of A microtubule is going to lift the B microtubular doublet of B microtubule of the next doublet. So when they are lifting, each and every one are lifting, how it seems to be totally, that seems to me the flagellum or cilium are going to bend. So that's what we say the bending moment. Bending moment of flagellum is brought about by the sliding of microtubules past each other due to the functioning of dynamics by utilizing energy. Here we get that we get only one question from here. The sites of ATPase activity is sites of ATPase enzyme activity. What is that? Dynamics. So what is happening there? The dynamics. The dynamics are going to pull the neighboring microtubular doublet. If all them pull in single circle, that in the total circle, what happens? That leads to the bending. You can see in this diagram also. So dynamics are the sites of ATPase activity in flagella and cilia. The flagellum pushes the fluid medium at right angles to the point of its attachment by its bending moment. Flagellum pushes the fluid medium. Flagellum pushes the fluid medium, and means that bending makes what it is we are saying, that pushes the fluid medium. Let me show you in the euglena. There you can understand. Flagellum pushes the fluid medium at right angles to the longitudinal point of its attachment. This is the angle. So that makes that bending moment. What do you call that? Is bending moment. So then how this bending moment is possible in the case? So that's we are talking. When you see inside that neighboring that B microtubule is going to be pulled by A microtubule with the help of dynamics. That we need to remember. Okay, so that is the microtubule. They are going to pull. These are the dynamics. So just remember here the sites of ATPase activity is dynamics. What they do? They pull the particular microtubule. The A microtubule with the help of dynamic going to pull the B microtubule. Just that you can see. You can see in the diagrams. Watch here that you can understand. So the dynamics show complex cycle of movement using energy provided by ATP. The dynamic of each doublet attach is an adjacent doublet and pull the neighboring doublet. The dynamic of each doublet. Okay, that means the dynamic of each doublet. Which in the doublet who is having this dynamic? A. So having this dynamics. Okay. So what they're doing? They're going to pull the neighboring doublet. Whom they are going to pull? The B. Okay, so this is A again, and that also having dynamics. That is the secondary. So just you watch here. This is the A microtubule of doublet with the help of dynamics. They are going to slide like this. Okay. so that the doublets slide past each other in opposite direction, and that leads to the bending moment of flagella. Then again and again they do the same. The arms releases and reattaches a little further on the adjacent doublet, and again they pull. That means here they are pulling, and they leave, and again they pull, just like lifting like this. That means they pull, they slide, and they pull again, they leave. So in that way, that more sliding and more bending is possible here. As the doublets of flagella or cilia are physically held by radial spokes, the doublets cannot slide fast much. That means that we discussed about the radial spokes, that each doublet is connected to the inner fibrous sheath with the help of radial spokes. I'm drawing worst, isn't it? So let me show you the radial spokes. Let me show you the radial spokes. So when they are pulling, adjacent microtubular doublets are going to be pulled. So the not to over pulling, that what happens here, that inner fibrous sheath connected to the A microtubular doublet is with radial spokes, isn't it? So that radial spokes are going to control, as the doublets of flagella and cilia are physically held by radial spokes, which the doublets cannot slide past much. Okay, so that's it. Seems to be a little bit confusing. Nothing here. That A microtubule containing dynenom is going to pull the B microtubule of adjacent or neighbor doublet. Okay, they leave and they pull again. They leave. That means pulling and slide past and pull. The bending movement plays an important role in the flagellary and ciliary locomotion. So let me show you once again. Microtubular doublets, the dynenoms are the sites of ATPase activity. And what they did, you see, just they lifted up, the pulls, the dynenoms at A microtubule. This is A having dynenoms, and this is B pulling the B of neighbor microtubular doublet. So that just the pull, that is the site of ATPase activity. If you see hole like this, that you can see radial spokes also, these are controlling. So finally, this pulling is making a condition called bending. You see, there is a bending. The bending is possible. The dynenoms are pulling the doublet like this. This is the text diagram here. At what side they want to pull, that kind of action will go on. This is the normal condition. The bending on right side or bending on left side, these are all going to play a vital role in both ciliary and flagellary locomotion. That's why before we go to the flagellary and ciliary locomotion, just we came across that particular bending movement. Okay, now let's start the locomotion in flagella. So that locomotion with flagella is having three methods of locomotion, that organisms who are having flagella. So three types of locomotion. The one is undulation movement, the other is sidewise lash movement, then other is spiral gyration movements or conical gyration movement. You just you need to understand this first of all. That means, for example, if I am talking a person A can walk, A can run, A can jump. That means I am giving the three capabilities of A. Okay, so now I am giving the three capabilities of euglena, that they can show with the help of flagellum, they can show undulation movement, they can show sidewise lash movement, and they can show spiral gyration movement. Here generally doubt will come. That's why I'm before I enter into the topic, I'm saying, so what type of locomotion euglena shows, people will ask like this. So that means I'm saying it can walk, it can run, it can jump. Likewise, it can show undulation movement, it can show sidewise lash movement, or it can show spiral gyration movements or conical gyration movements. Okay, let's talk about that. There are the various types of flagellar locomotion. These are the three various types of flagellar locomotion. Let's start one after another. Undulation. First of all, try to understand the meaning of undulation. Undulation, this is undulation. That means showing wave-like motion. We say undulations. Okay. So that means here in this case, the flagella is showing undulations that you have to understand. Okay. Undulation from the base to tip causes a pushing force and the organism is pushed backward. So like the propeller of boat. Imagine a boat and you may find a fan-like structure in the posterior side of the boat that you call it as propeller. Okay, so what is happening there? Undulation from the base to tip causes a pushing force which organism is pushed backward, So that imagine this is a board. I am not like a fair artist here to draw the board. That's why I said to you, imagine it as a board. Okay, so let's start. That undulation from the tip to base. Tip to base. Let me show you with the diagram here. First of all, base to tip. Undulations from the base to tip like this. Undulation from the base to tip that causes a pushing force. The organism is pushed backward. Undulations are like this. That organism is pushed backward. Okay, like this. Then undulation from the tip to base. Now imagine this is the euglena. Now undulations come from here, tip to base, tip of the flagellum to the base of the flagellum. And the organism is pulled forward. Okay, so this is undulation of flagellum and this is the organism movement. Okay, so that what do you call that kind of force as pulling force. This is called pulling force and this is said to be pushing force. Okay, so even we have comparison for this. It is compared with the propeller of aeroplane. Imagine there is an aeroplane. Okay, there is a fan in front. Propeller of aeroplane. Pulling force. Okay, so the two things we learn now. That one is undulation from the base to tip. This one we are talking about. That undulation from the base to tip. So when undulations occur from the base to tip, what happens? That is a pushing force that organism is pushed backward. Organism is pushed backward. Okay. Next, here, the second case. Undulation from the tip to base. Like this. Undulation from the tip to base. That organism pulled forward. Pulled forward. So that what do you call the force as pulling force. It is compared with the propeller of aeroplane, where aeroplane is having a propeller in front. Then it is compared with the propeller of the boat, that you can say recreation boats are having the propeller at the back side. So that is the two types of locomotion with flagellum. If the flagellum bends to one side and shows a wave-like movement from the base to tip, the organism is moves laterally in opposite direction. What he's saying, you see this? If the flagellum bends to one side and show wave-like movements from the base to tip, wave-like movements from the base to tip, the organism moves laterally in opposite direction. Laterally in opposite direction. So organism movement will be like this. For example, if I say the flagellum bend on right side and show the undulation from the base to tip, that organism moves towards the left side. Okay, so laterally in opposite direction. Imagine if it all happened like this, if the flagellum bend on left side and show the undulation from the base to tip, so where does the organism will move? Organism will move laterally in opposite direction. That means that will move to the right side. Okay, so that is if the flagellum bend to one side and show a wave-like movement from the base to tip, the organism moves laterally in opposite direction. Here it is. Simple undulations you can see in the diagram. So that is the base of flagellum and that is the tip of flagellum. Okay, base of flagellum and tip. Now, what we said, The undulations has done from the tip to base. What do you call that kind of force? Pulling force. Undulations from tip to base. Okay, we have some confusion here. That is pushing force. Pushing force. Okay, undulations from the base to tip. What do you say that is? That pushing force. Okay, next. Undulations from the oh my God, excuse me. Undulations from the tip to base. Tip to base that is said to be pulling force. Pulling force. Okay, and that was compared with propeller of aeroplane. Propeller of aeroplane. Little bit confusing thing here. That's why. Let's take a look. Let's take a look back again. Then undulatory movements of flagellum. We are talking about undulation movements of flagellum. Okay, so just I am asking questions to you, so that at least you will understand. I will understand whether you are able to get this or not. Okay, so then the first question: undulations from undulations from. So for this I will give answer base to tip. Undulations of flagellum. Undulations of flagellum. Let me complete this total statement that make us to understand much better. Undulation of flagellum from base to tip. What do you call such kind of force? The force is called.
Pulling force, sir.
Pushing force.
You have two options to say: pushing force or pulling force.
Pulling force.
sir.
Nobody is saying.
Pushing force, sir.
Okay, okay.
Pushing
You are saying that. As I said, I have the audio problem. Okay. So what do you say? The force as the pushing force. Okay. Organism moves. Where does the organism move?
Backwards,
Organism
sir.
moves backwards. Organism move backward. Okay. Compared with. Such force is compared with propeller of boat. The force is compared with propeller of boat. Okay, so that to be remembered like this. Undulation of flagellum from base to tip. If it is from the base to tip, so how it is that I shown to you. So this is the first one, base to tip. Okay, so diagram for this. These are the flagellar undulation from the base to tip. Organism move backward. Organism move backward. And what kind of force it is? Pushing force. And this is compared with the propeller of boat. Okay, now let's take the second one. Then tip to base. Undulations from. Undulations from tip to base. If undulations are tip to base, what happens? Let us see here. Then force. What type of force it is?
Pulling force.
Pulling force.
Called pulling force.
Pulling
Okay,
force.
very good. Pulling force. Okay, so organism moves.
Forward.
Forward, sir.
Organism moves forward. Organism moves forward. Compared with propeller of aeroplane. Compared with propeller of aeroplane.
Aeroplane.
Is compared with the propeller of aeroplane. So this is undulations from tip to base. So let me show you in the form of diagram. So like this, in this direction, the tip to base, animal moves forward and compared with propeller of aeroplane. So this is the second one. Okay. Next. So base to tip is the pushing force, tip to base is the pulling force. You need to understand. If you want to make applications, we have one in text, we can continue. Then flagella bends on. Flagella bends towards right side. Flagella bend towards right side. Flagella bends towards right side and show undulations from base to tip. This is the situation. Flagella bends towards the right side and show undulations from base to tip. Now our question is, animal moves.
Left side. Left side, sir.
Animal moves. Force is, what type of force it is?
Opposite direction.
Yes, people are answering. For
Pushing
your
force.
answer, I am making okay. Now you answer.
Pushing force.
Yeah,
Pushing
force
force.
is pushing. Now my question is, flagella bend toward the right side and show undulations from base to tip. Animal moves which side? Which
Left
direction?
side. Left side.
Laterally.
Yeah,
Left side.
flagellum,
sir.
Laterally.
right side. Then blend right side and show the undulations from the base to tip. Okay. So where it moves, where the organism moves?
Opposite.
This side.
Left
Very
side, sir.
Left side.
Left side.
Left side.
Because what is the force here? Pushing force. So that's why that we used a word earlier, that laterally in opposite direction. Laterally in opposite direction. For that we are talking about. Laterally in opposite direction. Okay. So now let's come through this. The next one. I'll ask one more question here. Flagellum. Okay, wait. Flagellum bends towards right side. Sorry, now only we said right. Left side, and undulations from base to tip. Undulations from base to tip. What are the questions we asked earlier? Animal moves. Next question. Force is, type of force.
Pushing
Yeah.
force and right
Pushing
side it will
force
move,
moves
sir.
left, right side.
Yeah, very
Pulling
good.
force.
Flagellum bends the left side, we said, left side, and undulations from the base to tip. So animal moves. What is our word from text? Laterally in opposite.
Opposite direction.
That means that will move on
Right side.
Right side, sir. Right
Very good, very good. That move on right side. The force. What is the force here?
Pushing force, sir.
Pushing force.
Pushing force. Very good. The force is pushing force. Okay. So we'll have some more questions to ask here. Let me ask you that not in the text here, that it shows you how much you understand. The flagellum bends towards right side. Flagellum bends towards right side and show undulations from tip to base. So we have two questions here to ask. Animal moves and type of force.
Moves
Right
left
side and
type
pulling
of
force, sir.
pulling.
Very
Laterally.
good. Very
Right,
good.
right side and pulling
That
force.
shows you understand very well. As I said,
Left
right
side
side,
and pulling force.
yeah, right side and undulations from tip to base. So organism move in the same direction. Why? Because what type of force it is? Pulling force.
Pulling force.
Very good. So I am getting confidence here. You got that a little complicated part of this chapter, but you made it fruitful actually. So you understand very well. Animal moves on right side only. Animal moves on Right side only. We have last question here in the series, that flagellum bends towards left side, flagellum bend toward left side and show undulations from tip to base. So show undulations from tip to base. So what are the questions? Animal moves and the type of force.
Left
Left
side
side
and
pulling.
pulling force, sir.
Left side and
Left side and
pulling
pulling
force.
force.
Yeah, very good, very good. So let me show you visually here. The flagellum is bending on left side, that showing undulations from tip to base. So this is the left side. So it will move in the same direction. Very good, very good. The type of force is pulling force. The type of
Pulling
force is
force.
pulling force. Animal moves
Left.
Side.
left side. So asked about left side, that move on the same direction. We need to write here, move on the same direction. The left side. So very good, very good. So that's it. That is all about, and let's close this with some questions we have in PowerPoint also, in the PPT also. Contractile fibrils present below the pellicle. We will have to discuss more about this in the coming classes. That contractile fibrils present below the pellicle in ectoplasm are
Myonemes, sir.
Mayonnaise.
myonemes. Cilia and flagella are also called as.
Option 2.
Very good.
Antilopodia.
Antilopodia.
Very good. Option 2 by L.H. Hyman said it as Antilopodia. Okay. So thank you for this. The types of flagella and the types of cilia, that movements of flagella, the flagellary locomotion and ciliary locomotion. Comparatively complicated. Need to focus more here. So that means you need to watch this again.